Hello guys, welcome to Siddhant Saurabh classes. Welcome to Siddhant Saurabh classes, and this is the second lecture of Indian polity. In this class, I shall be discussing about salient features of Indian Constitution, various articles and various important articles. So, what are different salient features? What are different features? What are different विशेषता of our constitution? पहला विशेषता है इट इज़ लेंथीएस्ट रिटन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. हमारा जो संविधान है बहुत ज़्यादा लेंदी रू तरीके से लिखा हुआ. इट इज़ वेरी लेंथीएस्ट. एंड वाई इट इज़ लेंथीएस्ट? बिकॉज ऑफ वेरियस फीचर्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, फर्स्ट इज वास्टनेस ऑफ आवर कंट्री फ्रॉम नॉर्थ टू साउथ. ठीक है, आवर कंट्री इज़ वेरी वास्ट. हमारा कोस्ट लाइन ही हो गया अराउंड 7,500 kilometer around. So from north to south, east to west, it's very vast, and every aspects for the vastness of the country, various needs are compiled in one single book, that is one single constitution. And while making this constitution, government has to keep in mind with the diversity and different scenario that need to be dealt at scenario of that time that needed to be dealt. And diversity, mainly diversity and vastness. ठीक है इस ठीक है, और हमने रिटन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भी लिखा है. दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ लेंथीएस्ट रिटन. Then second reason is it is influenced by Government of India Act 1935. Government of India Act 1935, and it is itself a bulky document, and most of the structural part is directly borrowed from Government of India 1935, and that is why it is second reason why the constitution is bulky. And third reason is for both centers and states there is one single constitution. Okay, and fourth reason, the different reason is that in constituent assembly, most of the constitution makers were advocates, and that is why they used very tough language, difficult language, and very simple things like right to equality. You won't be able to understand because there is very complicated language and it is in more than one paragraph or two paragraph. So these are not written in common man's language because there were so much advocates, and that is why constitution is also called as, or fundamental right is also called as paradise of lawyers, because for getting rights, for getting your fundamental rights, you need to fight for your rights in the court, and who will benefit from it? Or of course the advocates. So these are the four reasons: vastness, diversity, Government of India Act 1935, one single constitution for central and state, then dominance of legal luminaries in Constituent Assembly, which emphasized on writing down every details. This is the first feature. Then second feature is Indian Constitution is influenced by American Constitution in the way that both are written constitution. Some countries like United Kingdom don't have written constitution. So it is influenced by Indian Constitution. Of course, we got independence in 1947, and by this time there were many constitution already prevalent. So it was better to take experience of other constitution of the world. Mainly Indian constitution is influenced by American constitution, and both are written constitution, while UK do not have written constitution. Currently in our constitution there are 465 articles, 25 parts, 12 schedules. This is a fact to be remembered. Then our constitution is drawn from various sources. The structural part of our constitution is drawn from Government of India Act 1935. Then philosophy. What are philosophy? Philosophy is we are socialist country. This is a philosophy. Philosophy is we are secular country. This is a philosophy. Philosophy is fundamental rights. We have fundamental rights. We are equal. You cannot be discriminated on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. So these are the philosophical part that is borrowed from America and Irish constitution. America बोले तो fundamental right. We have borrowed fundamental right from America, and Irish constitution we have borrowed DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy. Then political part, mainly voting, election, parliament, president, These are borrowed from British constitution. In British there is crown, then India there is president. So the structural part is borrowed from Government of India Act 1935. Philosophical part is borrowed from America Irish Constitution, and political part is borrowed from British Constitution. Fine. Then what is the third? Then what is the third feature? Third feature is Indian Constitution is blend of rigidity as well as flexibility. Means Indian Constitution is rigid sometimes and sometimes it is flexible. How it is rigid? How it is flexible? It is rigid based on majority, based on any amendment that we are required to do. Suppose अगर हमें किसी बिल को पास करना है और उसके लिए हमें स्पेशल मेजोरिटी चाहिए, जैसे 2/3 मेजोरिटी ऑफ मेंबर्स प्रेजेंट इन हाउस एंड वोटिंग, ठीक है, और दैट 2/3 मेजोरिटी शुड बी मोर देन मेजोरिटी ऑफ टोटल मेंबरशिप, यानी 543 मान लो या 540 मान लो टोटल मेंबरशिप है। तो हमें किसी बिल को पास करने के लिए, अगर किसी बिल को पास फॉर एग्जांपल फंडामेंटल राइट को अमेंड करना है, तो उसके लिए हमें 2/3 इंटू 540, ये कितना आएगा सर? 180, 360, ठीक, and 360 should be more than half. It should be more than it should be more than 50% majority. It should be this 360, that is 2/3 majority of members of each house present in voting. 2/3 majority of each house present in voting, sorry. Suppose there is 540 is total membership. 540 is total membership. Out of that, if suppose only 399 members are present, 399 members are present, then इसका जो 2/3 होगा that should be greater than 50% of 540. 540 that is total membership, ठीक. Then some other provisions can be amended by special majority. तो ये हो गया special majority, 2/3 majority of members present in voting and majority of total membership. Then third provision is some other provision, but third point is there are many provisions that can be amended by special majority. Special majority मतलब ये जो ऊपर लिखा है, and with ratification of by half of a state, जितना टोटल स्टेट है उसका हाफ ऑफ जो स्टेट्स को भी रेटिफाई करना होगा। यानी 28 स्टेट है तो कम से कम 14 स्टेट्स का रेटिफिकेशन, यानी सिंपल मेजोरिटी ही रेटिफिकेशन चाहिए। तो ऐसा क्या हुआ है रिसेंटली, जैसे GST बिल हो गया, जैसे टैक्स में फेरबदल करना, एनी फीचर्स दैट इज रिलेटेड फेडरलिज्म से रिलेटेड कुछ फीचर्स को अगर बदलना है, बहुत मतलब जहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सट्रीम चेंजेस करना है, तो वहाँ पे स्पेशल मेजोरिटी प्लस रेटिफिकेशन, तो इस दोनों जगह पे वी आर रिजिड, ठीक है। ये दो फीचर्स जहाँ पे होते हैं वहाँ पे वी आर रिजिड, एंड वेयर वी आर फ्लेक्सिबल, फॉर एग्जांपल स्टेट्स, अगर हमें स्टेट्स को बाउंड्री को अल्टर करना है, अल्टरेशन ऑफ बाउंड्री, आर्टिकल 3 या आर्टिकल 2 न्यू स्टेट को इस्टेब्लिश करना है, तो यहाँ पे बस सिंपल मेजोरिटी से काम चल जाएगा। तो यहाँ पे वी आर फ्लेक्सिबल, ठीक है, वी कैन डिस्ट्रॉय द स्टेट। देन आर्टिकल 4, दिस इज फोर्थ पॉइंट, Constitution of India establishes a federal system of government with a unitary vice. Means constitution is federal, establishes a federal government, means there is central state, but there is unitary vice, means more power is given to center, and there are various features which proves that Constitution of India establishes a federal system of government with unitary vice. Means it is proved that, it can be proved that more power is given to center, means there is unitary bias towards central government. Federalism means center and state government work under same constitution. What do you mean by federalism? Means center and state government both work under same constitution. There is rules, written procedures, and that procedures and rules are followed both equally, followed in letter and spirit by both center and states. ठीक है. Then what are those unitary features? So as I told you, it can be proved that Constitution of India establishes a unitary bias towards central government, or there is federal features, but there is more unitary bias. Unitary bias means only central government has power. For example, Canada. But it is said that India is federal feature, means power is divided between center and state. But we can say that power is more tilted towards central government. For example, there is a strong center, or there is single constitution for both center and state. So this is a non-federal feature, or this is more unitary feature. There is single citizenship. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे सिटीजनशिप के मामले में कुछ भी लॉ बनाना हो तो ये ज़्यादा सेंटर के पास इसका पावर होगा, नॉट स्टेट्स. या फिर फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ऑफ constitution has flexibility to alter the boundary of a state, or in many other provisions. For example, even fundamental right, it is only parliament who can change alter, amend the fundamental right. ठीक है, जैसे EWS रिजर्वेशन आया, या फिर कोई भी रिजर्वेशन आर्टिकल 16 फेरबदल करके, तो इट वाज पावर विथ सेंटर पार्लियामेंट. इंटीग्रेटेड जुडिशरी, the state judiciary, high court and supreme court, they are integrated into one. It is non-federal feature, it is more a unitary feature. However, independent judiciary means our judiciary is independent, this is a federal feature. Independent judiciary is federal feature. Then state government is, state governor is appointed by center, this is a non-federal feature. It is not a federal feature, because state governor is, when appointed by center, in some way center can keep control. In recent news we can see the clashes between governor and chief minister Mamata Banerjee of West Bengal. So we can see the clashes, and why it is, thus it can be said that this is non-federal feature. Here center has more power, but there is a reason for this type of features. Because two main reason is to keep stability and integrity, unity integrity of country. Then all India service like IAS, IPS, emergency provisions, article 356, these are non-federal features. Fine. इसके आगे हम लोग नेक्स्ट वीडियो में करेंगे.